Hey there, folks. It is Rob, and welcome to a brand new top 10 video. Now, if you saw my last video where I showed you my Stephen King movie collection, I explained that I was going to do a top 10 video of what I have in my collection. It was kind of a hard list because, certain movies have to go in certain spots, and if you know me, you already know what my number one is because it is my favorite horror movie of all time, but we'll get to that. There's not going to be any honorable mentions or anything like that. I'm just going to do from 10 to 1. This is just my personal list. So let's get started with number 10, and that is Carrie. I saw this at a very young age, and Sissy Spacek kind of has like this blank look to her. When the pig's blood is dropped on her, she's just kind of like in like a trance almost, and it was really, honestly, terrifying. Really, this wasn't even the first movie that I saw Sissy Spacek in. The first movie that I saw her in was Coal Miner's Daughter. Now, my parents really loved that film. It was a story on Loretta Lynn. She did a good job in that movie, but that was the first movie I saw her in. And then I saw her in this. So, awesome movie. I felt so bad for her in the movie, but that's my number 10. Number 9 is Children of the Corn. This is the Arrow video release. And there's just something crazy about kids killing adults. I mean, in the beginning, all these kids go into this diner and start killing people who are like eating and drinking coffee, and Isaac is just in the window being like, everyone's doing his bidding. But this is kind of an intense movie. It's just fantastic. I love this film. So that's number 9. Number 8 is Maximum Overdrive. Now, this is definitely in my top 10 favorite, like, Emilio Estevez films. But I always remember the truck with the Green Goblin face. I saw this at a young age as well, but I just always remember that truck. And, all these trucks and cars and stuff are trying to take over and kill these people who are trapped, and they're trying to figure out how to stop it. There's a lot of music from AC/DC, which is one of my favorite bands. But yeah, awesome movie, very creative. So that's number 8. Number 7 is The Mist. This film really blew me away. It's kind of got that science fiction kind of horror where there's this mist that engulfs the town. These people are stuck in a grocery store, and there's all these different kinds of creatures in the mist. Some big, some small, some with tentacles. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just very creative, and I like the effects in this film. So it probably has one of the most controversial endings ever as well. But very, very good. That's number 7. So number 6 is The Stand. Now, I know they have a new version of this, I think, with Whoopi Goldberg. But this is the original miniseries. This is the collector's edition Blu-ray that came out not too long ago with all 4 parts and an audio commentary, which is awesome. But this movie has a great cast. Gary Sinise, Molly Ringwald. And it's basically about the end of the world. The super flu wipes out mankind almost. But then there's some people who are immune. So some people go to this woman named Mother Abigail. It's almost like good versus evil. And the other people go to Randall Flagg, who is kind of like this demon. It's just a really, really cool kind of end of the world apocalyptic movie. So that is number 6. Number 5. I'm going to throw it to the original It. And I was thinking about this because I'm like, the miniseries, Tim Curry was just great. I like the remake movie. But It Chapter 2 was a mess. I'm sorry. That was more about the adults. But here's the thing, I like part 2 of this, the miniseries. I like the casting choices. Harry Anderson, Dennis Christopher, Richard Mazer, Annette O'Toole, Tim Reed, John Ritter, Richard Thomas. I mean, I like this cast more than I do the cast in It Chapter 2. That's just my personal opinion. But Tim Curry was just amazing in this film. And I saw this movie at a very young age, and it just bothered me. It really did. There's some creepy ass parts in this movie. So I have to throw it to the original. All right, that's number 5. Number 4 is Misery. You cock-a-doodie, you poop. This movie stuck with me. Who can forget the ankle breaking scene with the sledgehammer? Even though I think in the novel it's more grotesque than that, or they couldn't use it actually for the movie. But it's a Rob Reiner film with Kathy Bates and James Caan. Basically, James Caan gets in a wreck out in the snowstorm, and Kathy Bates' character nurses him back to health at her house. But she's obsessed with this guy, and her elevator doesn't go to the top floor. It really doesn't. She's losing some sort of marbles in her head that she thought she maybe had. She becomes obsessed with this guy, and he is trying to survive in this house, trying to figure out a way to get out of there. So, very, very good. Kathy Bates is... Man, I would never, ever want to meet Annie Wilkes in real life. I'm just saying that. As a grown-ass man, I would never want to meet her. All right, that's number 4. Number 3, now I consider this to be one of the scariest movies ever made. Now, a lot of people say, well, The Exorcist is probably the scariest or one of the scariest. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think The Exorcist is scary at all. I think it's more disturbing than it is scary. But this movie freaked me the hell out. Pet Sematary, the original, directed by Mary Lambert. There are all sorts of aspects about this movie that just give me the creeps. The whole Indian burial ground, the Micmac burial ground, I should say. The Pet Cemetery itself, the house with all the trucks going by really fast. Little Gage, the boy, he gets hit by a truck and killed, and they try to bring him back to life, and he's not the same. And, the ghost Pascal, he's creepy. I think it's almost like the burial ground and stuff, that is almost like a character in itself. It's like the locations are just so amazing in this movie, and it's really, really creepy. This movie is creepy. Zelda? My God. I mean, Rachel! I'll get you. This movie it's just my opinion. I'm going to do my top 10 favorite scary films, or the scariest films. Just my opinion. But this would be on the list right here. So that is number 3. Now number 2 is an amazing sequel that I saw in the theater. I did not read the book, so I really knew nothing about it, but I was just blown away by this movie, and it is Dr. Sleep. This is the sequel to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, with Ian McGregor, who plays Danny. Danny, the little kid from The Shining. He's grown up. And then you got Rebecca Ferguson, who is hot as hell in anything she plays, and she's extra hot here. Even though she's sucking the life force, sucking the shining out of people. That's okay. She can suck the shining out of me any day. But this is the 4K Blu-ray of Dr. Sleep, and it has all the mannerisms from the original Shining, the Kubrick. I mean, the heartbeat that happens in the original Shining is here. The tense heartbeat that happens, the music in itself, the Overlook Hotel, some of the ghosts from the Overlook. I mean, it's amazing what they accomplished in this movie. And it was directed by Mike Flanagan, who it's like being directed. It's like a fan directed it because he's a huge fan of The Shining, and you can tell. Um, Amazing film, guys. Amazing sequel. Love this movie so much. There's also a disturbing scene that I really have a hard time watching, and it involves a kid getting. Well, I'm not going to. I shouldn't spoil anything, but something happens to this kid, this boy, and it's just kind of hard to watch. So, anyway, that's number 2. Number 1, if you haven't already figured it out, it is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. This is the version, obviously, that Stephen King doesn't really care for. I'm sorry, Stephen King, but you're wrong. No, I mean, he wrote the story. No, he did. He wrote the book, and then there's the Shining miniseries. But here's the thing: I like the axe more than I do the croquet mallet. I like the hedge maze more than I do the animal bushes that come alive. There are a lot of things that I like about this version that I just don't like in the miniseries. And I just think it shows this movie is disturbing. It's unforgettable. It really is. You can quote this movie. You can remember scenes, the twin girls who appear. Come and play with us, Danny. Forever. Delbert Grady, who's in the bathroom. Just everything about this film. Shelley Duvall, rest in peace, Shelley Duvall. She was fantastic in this movie. A lot of people gave her shit, but she was excellent. And, God, just everything about this movie. It has an awesome documentary by Vivian Kubrick, who just, it's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen about, like a behind the scenes of The Shining. But yeah, guys, this movie is a masterpiece, in my opinion. A horror masterpiece. It is my number 1 favorite horror movie of all time. And out of every single horror movie that has ever been made, this is at the top of the list, for me, at least. So, yeah, this is my original Snapcase DVD edition of The Shining. So there you go, guys. That's my top 10 favorite Stephen King movie adaptations. Really quick, I'll just do kind of a recap here. Okay. Number 10 is the original Carrie. Number 9 is Children of the Corn. Oh, you're falling out there. Okay. Number 8 is Maximum Overdrive. Number 7 is The Mist. Number 6 is The Stand. Number 5 is It. Number 4 is Misery, You Cock-a-Doodle. Number 3 is Pet Sematary. Number 2 is Dr. Sleep. And of course, number 1, The Shining. So, let me know what you think of this list down in the comments and some of these titles. If you would like to do your top 10 favorite Stephen King film adaptations, do them down in the comments. Or if you want to make a video response, please do so. But I ask that you let me know that you make a video response so that way I can watch it and see the video firsthand. But yeah, let me know some of your favorites, and I'll be back with more top 10 videos because I have a lot that I've written down in this notebook here. I have a lot of top 10 videos, a lot of rankings coming up, and as well as movie reviews and different things. So hope you're enjoying my channel now, and thanks to everyone who subscribed. But like I said, stay tuned for the next video. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.